Hello, good people, and we welcome you to the HeavenEarth Church podcast. I'm the producer of the podcast. Brad Miller is my name, and this is the podcast for the church that looks to make a lasting impact on our community and as how it's lived out, how Christ is lived out, where heaven intersects with earth. And one of the things we love to do is talk to people who are connected with the church life. And right now, we are just pleased to have Denna Schoolcraft with us here on our conversation. Denna, welcome to our conversation.
Thank you.
Well, Denna, you always such I've got to know you. We've got to know you in various small groups we're in and church for some time here now. And you just are a delightful person with a great smile and a great easy laughter about you. And those are some of the things I've noticed about you. But this is our opportunity just to find a little bit about you here. So let's start with where are you from? What's hometown for you?
Barkersville.
Bargersville? All
Yeah.
right, good. Well, tell me just a little bit about growing up in Bargersville. Tell me about the family you grew up in.
I grew up with my grandma and grandpa on a 40-acre farm,
Okay.
and my mom was living there, and my aunt and uncle lived there,
Uh-huh.
and I helped out on the farm a lot with my grandpa.
Wow.
And he taught me a lot of things on the farm about how to get the eggs from the chickens without getting pecked to death, and then and then watch about the roosters, and
Oh my goodness. So
because the roosters can be mean.
so you're a real farm girl then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, how about that? That's great. Well, tell me then, so you had this family environment there, and then so tell me, was going to church or things like that a part of growing up for you?
Yeah, my grandpa was trying to find a church for us to uh, go to, and he found it was called the Church of the Firstborn,
Okay.
and we went to that for a long time, and then he we went all through the place, and he finally found this one, and he liked it real well, and how
Uh-huh.
the people they were full of love, and we can tell that they loved, everybody.
Yeah. So that was a part of so it sounded like church was overall pretty good experience growing up then.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about you kind of like what you did after you grew up, kind of what kind of uh, career, family, anything along that line that happened with you.
Well, I went to high school, graduated, and then I got married when I was 22 and had my son when I was, or not 22, sorry. I was 24 when I got married,
Okay.
and I had my son, and I moved away from there, and his family was church oriented too. They were associated with the same church,
Okay.
and
By his, you mean your husband at the time?
yeah,
Okay.
and we tried to, go to church so we can have our son to
Hmm.
grow up knowing God.
Yeah.
And he did real good. I mean, we tried to teach him and everything like that, and it's instilled in him now today.
Yeah. And so you have the one son, right?
Yes.
And that's Paul, right?
Yeah.
And tell me just a little bit about him. Tell me something cool about him.
Oh, he's real down to earth, and he also is he's to the point too. He will tell you in a minute, uh, like, putting his cards on the table what he thinks.
Hmm.
And I mean, he does it in a kind way, but he just makes his point across.
It just seems like, as I've observed, you two are pretty close, aren't you?
Yes, we got a bond.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a good thing. And then you went through life with your husband, and then I know you're no longer married. That's the case, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you've been married other times or anything along that line.
No, he's the only one that I've
Yeah.
been married to.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about jobs or career or anything that you're involved with in the work world.
I'm a warehouse worker.
Hmm.
I'm material handler. I pick and pack, and, I like it. It's like it's my calling, and,
Yeah.
'cause I've tried other things. I've
Yeah.
tried restaurant and everything, and I just don't do good with that.
Well, you say that you're calling. I think that's very cool. So what aspect of that what part of that makes that a calling for you?
I think it helps me to, um, associate with people better than
Mhm.
in a restaurant and all, because a restaurant, it's so busy, you don't have time to
Yeah.
really talk with people.
So you kinda get along with your coworkers and you share life stories and family
Yeah.
life, whatever with them?
Yes, and also, I can talk to God with them too
Yeah.
and not have a problem with, because some places, they
Right.
frown upon that kind of thing.
So you have a little bit of a deeper connection even about
Ye
spiritual stuff.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. Let's talk about your l church life, things like that as an adult. You were you involved with, churches as an adult as well, in your life experience?
Yes, and, I found this church here a whole lot better than some of the other churches that I have been,
Yeah.
because, um, they don't the other churches just doesn't talk about what we need to know.
Mhm.
Um, we need to know what the truth is about things.
Yeah. Well, tell me about how Heaven Earth Church first got, on your radar, so to speak. How you first heard about it, and maybe some of your initial first impressions.
My, son came here with a friend that he was working with, and then, he introduced me, which I told him to go and find to church on a Sunday and find out what it's like,
Mhm.
and then I would decide to go then. And when I first came, I found that there was love here. People got together, uh, a whole lot better,
Mhm.
and also we people communicated, and that was lacking in some of the churches that I've
Yeah.
been to, and also people helped out each other, and I didn't find that in any other church that I've been
Mm.
to.
So it sounded like your first impressions were pretty positive. Did it take you did you feel like something kinda clicked right away, or did it take you a little while to kinda check it out for a while before you felt at home?
I think it took a little bit because on account I was sorta leery
Mhm.
about different ones, because I would start out at other churches and they would seem like it would click, and then all of a sudden, I get disappointed later on.
There was something happened that was you felt a little
Yeah,
uneasy or something like
I
that?
didn't feel spiritual.
Okay. Very very good. Well, let's talk about that spiritual thing then. Have you had kind of any moments in your relationship with God overall, maybe here through the church, where you kind of thought, "Hey, this is a God thing. This is God's really in this." Have you had any moments that are kinda like that?
Yes, I have, my, uh my whole life, um oh, I've come across where, um, I was missing something in my life, and then I finally, God was starting to work back in my life again, because, I mean, I'm not saying that he did never left me,
Right.
but, there was a few times that I turned my back on him, and I finally got back into the relationship with him, and, I feel a whole lot closer to him since things that I've learned
Yeah.
about him and he showed me.
Was there any specific moments or events or anything along that line that you can recall that were kinda like an aha moment kind of a thing?
Yeah, he showed me that, oh, di I come across, um, like in a wreck or whatever, that
Okay.
he, showed me that he was covering me.
Oh, you were in a wreck?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
okay.
deer hit my truck,
Oh my goodness.
and, I heard the antlers go down the side of my truck, and I felt the nudge like that, and
Wow.
it could have been worse.
Wow. That was a moment of stunning moment, when you have an
Yes.
accident of any kind, but, so were you hurt or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
I felt that God had his angels protect me over that
Wow.
and stuff
But
because
it got your attention, it sounds like.
yes, because I mean, it was just like I was in shock for a little
Yeah.
bit.
God sometimes gets events happen that sometimes can, get our attention and kinda help us, make a turn or make a transition to, be a little closer, to God, and I think part of the core teachings, what Jesus is all about is to fill our lives with love, but it's kind of a simple message, but it's not always easy, to do.
Yeah.
And, so tell me about some of the, challenges you may have in your life in order to live a life of faith or to share your faith. Do you have any challenges that way?
I usually well, I mean, it's hard sometimes because I don't know what to pray
Mhm.
sometimes, and I usually am at an awe on how to pray sometimes,
Yeah.
but I try to pray the best I can, and also, fasting is another
Mm.
challenge.
Yeah.
It's, hard because I try to pray to him and try to tell him I mean, try to ask him, not tell him,
Yeah.
try to ask him to help me through that because, sometimes I get a weakness when it comes
Yeah.
to that.
Do you think being part of a community, part of a church is helpful to your spiritual life in the sense of you can kind of share your life together? I know you're involved with worship and then you're in small groups and things of this nature. Tell me about this aspect of community. Is that a part of your spiritual life?
Yes. I usually love to, talk with people about God, and I feel that if we're all at one, with God, then we can help each other and lift each other up.
Yeah. So tell me about it as a, I know you're part of some of the small groups here, small group Bible studies. How is that helpful to you?
It helps me to learn more of how I should be and how God can help us and point out what things that we need to do to be in line with God and
Is
His
it,
kingdom.
'cause you're pretty much into the word quite a bit, aren't you? You're into the Bible
Yes,
in your personal studies and things like that. And that's a great thing that you're a part of that I've noticed that you really are into God's word. And it makes a big difference, doesn't it? When you have
yes,
make it a kind of part of your discipline, part of your life.
yeah. Because I usually go on YouTube, and there's a person that
Yeah.
reads, and I learn from him by reading along with him and looking up the different, Bibles,
Yeah.
verses and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's get back to your relationship here to Heaven Earth Church. When was the time when you kind of, after checking it out for a while, you kind of felt like, okay, this is now my church. This is where I feel like I can be a part of things and I can make a contribution. Was there a time like that?
Um, I felt like in the last couple months, I felt like that. I felt like that, I could help the community, talk with people, and, do and contribute to them, a part of my joy and part of my, uh, uh, experiences.
Yeah. So you got something to share with others.
Yes.
So part of what we do here is this kind of this conversational style in worship and also just other things. And you're a pretty good conversationalist, aren't you? You kind of enjoy that part of things, having talking with people and being part of
Yes.
their conversations.
Yes. I like talking with people.
Yeah.
I I don't, um I don't get, like, as shy as I used to. I used to be real shy about talking with people, but I guess because over the years I've been through it and talked with different ones and all that, I find God helps give me that ease because I think that He put that in me that He wants me to spread the word and talk, and He's chosen me to do that.
Awesome. Awesome. But one of the models or one of the things we say here at Heaven Earth Church is if you feel like you don't fit in church, you fit here. Uh, Do you think that's an accurate statement, and if so, how?
I think it's an accurate statement because, like, how you all work with people and you try to include them into a lot of things and, talk with them and help make it easy for them to
Yeah.
get along and to know what God is stands for.
Yeah, some people say the church is kind of a collection of misfits in a way, but who come to fit together. So,
Yes, and we don't and this church doesn't judge on who can fit and who doesn't.
yeah. So you feel sound like that's kind of an important thing to you, the sense of being non-judgmental. Is that an important thing to you?
Yes, because I feel that only God can judge and, people don't have that right.
There you go. There you go. Kind of along that same line, one of the missions statements of the church is it's on banners we have and the website and things. It says HeavenEarth Church exists to make a lasting impact in our community. So I guess I'll ask you: do you think that's an accurate statement? If so, how so?
I think it is. It's and, we, um Ross and all of you show everybody what God means to y'all and what he's done in y'all's life and mine. And also he tries to do what God shows him, and we all try to do what God shows us.
Yeah. I know you're involved with small groups. Well, what are some other ways that you've been kind of observed or been involved with the life of the church?
Oh, um, I'm trying to think.
I know you've been to some of the events we've had, haven't you?
Yeah,
And
I think that what your wife is doing is teaching
mhm,
and, and what, uh, the other ministers are doing and pastors, I mean,
yeah,
and doing and what spreading the word and trying to involve people into what we're doing and then inviting people to
yeah,
come, and also online trying to show people what examples,
yeah.
that you go through.
One of the things I've really noticed about you, Dina, is you have an easy laugh and you have a big smile on your face so much of the time. What's something that brings you joy? What's something that brings you joy? It kind of makes you light up and laugh a little bit.
When well, I feel that God, he puts that smile on my face,
Mm,
and otherwise, if it wasn't for him, I probably would be otherwise. And so I feel that he when I see a sunny day and hear the birds sing and enjoy the nature of life that he brings and the colors in the sky,
yeah.
that brings joy to me.
So you have appreciation for whatever the circumstances are. Even if a deer runs in your car, you're still going to be
Yes.
celebrating that. That is awesome. Well, Dina, one of the reasons we have this podcast, one of the reasons we have our worship experiences or other things that we do is to be open and invitational to others. And one of the things I think is important is how that comes naturally out of relationships. And so, what I want to ask you about, or share with you, or ask you about, is let's just say there's somebody in your life, maybe a coworker or family member or someone who's just having a bit of a rough time, whatever it is, relationship issue, a spiritual thing, maybe it's a whatever, lose a job or any number of things, health issues. But I think you're the type of people come to once in a while when they've got issues going on. Is that a fair thing to say? People once in a while come
Yeah,
to you?
I've had people that come to me for advice,
Yeah.
and I mean, I tell them, "I'm not perfect. I can give you as much advice as I can with just pray about it."
I imagine you're a pretty good listener too, aren't you?
Yeah, I they come to me sometimes just, for me to listen so they can rant or
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever it would be, but you're a good listener and you are a good friend. You've got this countenance, this vibe about you that you're a friendly person and approachable is I guess that's the word I want to say.
Yeah.
But along that line, do you think that if someone came to you with an issue and you thought that maybe perhaps a one response to it could be, you know, I go to this church, HeavenEarth Church, and maybe this could be helpful to you in whatever issue you're going on with your friend or your coworker. Is this the type of place you'd feel comfortable inviting somebody to come to be help them kind of sort out what's going on with them?
I do. I feel that I would say to them, "Come with me and see." I'm not pushing you to do it,
Yeah.
but I'm asking you if you wanna come and see to get your answers or to talk with somebody that will help you with that, because there's different classes and different, people that you can talk to.
So you feel like this would be a safe place, so to speak, to bring somebody that they wouldn't necessarily feel whatever judged or anything along that line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Well, that's awesome. Well, one of the reasons we even have this podcast, Dina, is to help people who are kind of checking us out, check out the church in terms of if it's a safe place or good place for them to come. So why don't you just, what I'd like you to do is just to kind of share. Let's just assume somebody's watching us right now, that you could be an encouragement to them. So, what would you say to a person who's they're kind of lost, they're kind of looking for something spiritually or socially, or they're having some issue in life, health or something else? What would you say to them in terms of what Heaven or Church may be a place where they can at least check out?
I feel that they could come to church and or go on the app and ask a question, and, if they wanted to ask a question before they came
Mm, yeah,
and find out, what it's like and learn of the different, classes and different, worship that we do and stuff.
yeah. So I think it's fair to say, even before someone actually came to worship in person, they could reach out to the pastors and the staff here, or through us through the podcast, and people would respond,
Yes.
and so we're try to be very open to what people can experience. Well, anything else you want to share? Just because you want to share anything to the folks who may be hearing us here today?
Just have a good day, have a blessed day, and keep trying in contact with God.
Keep contact with God.
Yes.
I love how you say that. A lot of people have different sayings that they have about, be blessed or whatever, and those are all awesome things. But when you say keep contact with God, I love that.
Thank
Well, I want to thank you for being our guest here today. And her name is Denna Schoolcraft. She's part of the one delightful people we have here at Heaven Earth Church. And you can always check us out at our website, which is heavenearthchurch.org, where you can encounter so the wonderful people we have here at Heaven Earth Church, including Denna Schoolcraft. And indeed, this is the church. If you don't feel like you fit in church, you will fit in here. We're a church that looks to make a lasting impact for our community. And my name is Brad Miller, the producer of the podcast. We hope to see you soon here at Heaven Earth Church.
thank you for having me.